Sure. Coach, you guys got it back to a 4-point game in the second half, and then Stony Brook was able to go on a run from there. What was it about that final quarter and a half or the game and overall that you guys weren't able to get it done?
Yeah, we just we really struggled to get stops down the stretch. I mean, we really struggled on both ends of the floor. We struggled to get stops, and we couldn't really get in a rhythm on offense. The foul trouble, kind of bothers a little bit, but I just felt like we just couldn't hunker down and get stops when we needed to.
You guys struggled at the rim today, 22 second chance points and offensive rebounds, 36 points in the paint. I guess what was the biggest factor in those struggles at the basket?
Yeah, I think, we were crowded and, we struggled. I thought Stony Brook did a good job of, trying to limit us getting good looks, so we didn't get a lot of good looks. They were tough looks. And so we just, we weren't really able to capitalize. Even when we got paint touches, we weren't really able to capitalize.
Coach, you mentioned it with Amani and Zakara both getting into foul trouble there, both with 4 in the fourth quarter. How did that change the mentality?
Well, two starters, and they're sitting on the bench. Zakara is one of our better defenders. Her length and her athleticism, helps us on the defensive end. And Amani is shown so far this season to be one of our go-to players offensively. So when you have, a strong defender and a dynamic offensive player, when you have them both out, it kind of spoke to our struggles on either end of the floor. And then they were able to kind of get some momentum going and get a little bit of a lead that we couldn't overcome.
You mentioned, Coach, that you're trying to figure out roles on this team as the early season goes on. How much is it a challenge, especially in a close game like this, where you maybe don't have the one scorer who's established that role to lean on to try to get some buckets late?
Yeah, I think it's. I think you hit it on the head. Where we are still trying to find our rhythm. Find a go-to player. I definitely think we miss having Lauren out there. She gives us a lot of speed, shot making ability, and another ball handler, another passer, another creator out there. So we certainly miss her, but we definitely had enough, and we just got to still establish those roles and find establish the continuity and the confidence and and the consistency. You do it on Thursday, you come back on Sunday not quite as able to put it together down the stretch. So yeah, I think we just got to keep working and to develop that consistency.
You kind of touched on this already, but Stony Brook opened the third and fourth quarters of back-to-back 9-2 runs. I guess what was it about the start of those quarters that you guys weren't able to take any of the momentum back?
Yeah, I think, like I said, it was, just the lack of getting stops when we needed to, and really a lot of times to start a run, it starts with your defense, and we just didn't have that, the requisite stops when we needed to.
Coach, it's been a blur, right? The first week of the season, 3 games, 7 days. You get, I guess, a little bit of time now with 3 days off to get ready for Rhode Island. What do you try to get accomplished in the next few days?
Well, I think we got to definitely get better with our offensive execution, being able to we got to score more points for sure, and being able to be a little bit tougher on the defensive end of the floor. Definitely got to be tougher on the defensive end. So, thank you.